And I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for this
Thank you
opportunity.
for
This is
having
great.
me.
Of course. All right, that's a wrap.
Tune into the
One,
great
Talk with Turk.
This international talk topping podcast is bringing you discussions and personal commentary on music, entertainment, celebrities, politics, love, health, and happiness. Catch up on missed episodes anywhere you can find a podcast on all platforms. So do you want the tea? Well, simply talk with TURKBISH. Just talk with me.
Talk with Turk.
Kill two and three motherfucking birds with one stone. At TURKBISH.
welcome back to an all new episode of Talk with Turk. Today on Talk with Turk, we're joined by reality TV royalty and a true cultural icon, Momma Dee from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, known for her unforgettable quotes, fearless presence, and unapologetic energy. Momma Dee has been a staple in the culture and on our screen for years. From family dynamics to business moves, she's never been afraid to keep it real, whether the cameras are rolling or not. With the new season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta on the way, she's here to talk legacy, growth, and what fans can expect next. So, welcome the one and only Momma Dee to Talk with Turk.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for being here, first and foremost. I appreciate you, your team, for putting in the effort to make this happen. And I appreciate you. And we want to honor you next month for Women's History Month. So,
Oh, thank you so
yes, so I'm
much.
definitely gonna do that. You and Candy Birds from Atlanta will be honored. So I'm just grateful that both of you guys will be a part of this journey and to celebrate you and your legacy.
Thank you so much.
Of course, of course.
It is
So
such an honor.
thank you. Um, the first thing I always ask with everybody on my show is how your mental health is because we can always get into, entertainment news, celebrity culture, and all the good gossip and stuff, but it starts here. So I want to ask you personally, how's your mental health for you today?
It's not perfect, but it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Grady baby. I was born in the 60s.
Okay.
So I was raised to that my grandmother once told me, she called me, she said, Debbie.
Mm-hmm.
That's what my family calls me. Sometimes you can't cry. Sometimes you got to pick up them sticks and you
Okay.
got to keep going.
Mm.
So with that comes resilience.
Mm-hmm.
With that comes courage. In spite of disappointments,
Okay.
I have learned to not complain.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I love that. That's a great answer. So the people say that you're a blueprint, and with the new season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta on the way, what version of Momma Dee are we getting this time? The evolved queen or the Southern royalty from back in the day? We love the antics. Chop them down, chop them down. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. But guards off with their heads. But
Mhm.
what Momma Dee are we getting this time?
You're getting all of me. I really don't know how to
Hmm.
be anyone else than who I
Yeah,
am. It's so much easier.
it is.
So I only follow and I behave in a manner that is conducive to who I am.
Hmm.
Because without that, I have no foundation. And
Right.
so it's imperative that I have to
Yeah.
keep it 100 because when I first met Mona Scott,
Hmm.
Stephanie King, all of them, they said this was a reality show. And I
Yeah.
said, what does that entail? They said, telling
Right.
your truth, telling your truth. And the
Hmm.
world will want to know because with the title Love and Hip Hop,
Right.
it is to depict and deflect what happens to the R&B and
Hmm.
rappers when people see them on stage, just other things that come with these artists.
Yeah.
There's mothers, fathers, there's siblings, there's issues, there's lovers, there's wives, there's babies. Y'all have seen all of this.
Yep.
Liars and lovers. It's crazy.
Right.
So I once that was put to my attention, that's what I was hired to do,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest, forthcoming,
Right.
and speak with a big stick,
Right.
meaning that Momma Dee is not perfect. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Nobody is.
I'm not a perfect person. I'm not a perfect mom, not a perfect grandmother, but I do strive for betterness. But at the same time, people look, what I would ask your viewers, look into the word
Mm.
love and hip
Yes.
hop. There is a definition that is under that. There's a
Mm-hmm.
title, and there are things up under there.
Yeah.
What comes with it, I would mark D, all the above. The
All the.
hatred, the unresolved, the
Mm.
cheating, the lying, the craziness, the fights.
Wow.
And I still get questions from people, is that real? I said,
Mm-hmm.
baby, let me tell you something. Unscripted is so real, I can't even touch it with a 10-foot pole.
I bet.
Because if it was scripted, then after we act like we mad at each other or
Right.
act like we trying to fight, we can go to a bar, have some drinks, dear. But
Yeah.
we can't.
Okay.
There's a time before Jocelyn left us that we had to go pick up our checks with armed guards. So,
Woo.
I wish, and every season that film, I go from losing 10 to 15 pounds because you never know what you're walking into. Now,
Exactly.
I can know that I'm in disagreement with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't tell you, they say, Mom, do you film tomorrow? Wear this, we're going to be at this restaurant. Wear this, going to be at the club. Wear this, attire, no logos, blah, blah, blah. But you don't know what you're walking into.
You don't.
All of a sudden, you're at a table and you're facing your enemy
Enemies, your
or
nemesis.
foe. Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
So they pop off and say some crazy mess. And both of
Yeah.
y'all got wine glasses or whatever you got in front of you.
Right.
Okay, she pops off, he pops out, and you throw it. And that's cause anger. And it's so real. So I wish it was scripted sometimes, because sometimes some of this stuff, I'm too old for this.
It's a lot. I know. And
It's a
that's
lot. And we can get into Scrappy's music rap career. Um, the things have happened on this show and there's things that put me in the hospital that my
yeah.
son done. Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah, yeah.
wow.
And the world knows that when he was going through that tumultuous divorce with the BAM,
Mm-hmm.
how at first he wasn't fighting. He was letting her just do everything.
Yeah.
And me and Bam are cool. Just let me state that. Me and
Okay.
Bam good. But she was dragging him. And so I took that for a little bit and stayed
Mm-hmm.
back. But it was a while that I had to kick in, baby.
Yeah,
Mom, you
you
better
did.
get on that saddle and
You
ride
had to
that horse, baby.
okay. You had to
Okay?
remind
Yeah,
them
that's
who you
mine.
was. Okay.
That's my son. I
Yes.
know he ain't the best, right? I
We're not
know he's
perfect.
not perfect, but that's mine.
Yeah.
And
And we respect Scrappy for his time in music, everything that he's done, everything he's contributed. So we look at this show and we're like, okay, it's a show. We know that these people have more than just that from this show.
yeah, you
So
see him on stage and you think,
yeah.
okay, so they have an after party at the club, everybody drinking, smoking weed, blah, blah, blah. People having wild sex with different women they never met. I mean, I've
Mm-hmm.
been on the road with Scrappy on the tour bus, so I've seen it all.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
you
but
have.
and Love and Hip Hop does deflect, and it lets you know that it is more to love
And hip
and help and help.
okay. Listen, so with that being said, every season fans swear they're done and then they tune right back in. So why do you think Love and Hip Hop still keeps the culture in a chokehold, even though we've recently heard the rumors that it's not coming back?
Um, I don't know. I'm fishing myself for an answer, but it,
Yeah.
if I had to think, Mona Scott Young, Stephanie Gale, I do thank them for the opportunity. Do
Yes.
you understand?
Mm-hmm.
With that, we've made. I know everybody in the show have that been on since the day beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking the main. even
Yeah.
though Stevie J and Jocelyn not there, and a couple of others not here anymore. But for the ones that have been from the beginning and
Yeah.
now,
Till now.
we've made enough money to become somebody.
Yep, you
And
have.
so with that, Scrappy bought me a food truck. I am an excellent cook. The
So
Royal
proud of you
Class
for that,
Kitchen
by the
is
way.
coming out. And so if they don't renew, remember where I come from. I
Yeah.
used to sell drugs and pimp.
Mm-hmm.
So my mentality is to hustle. I
Exactly.
can't sit and wait on no check. I can't sit and wait on no renewal. I can't sit idly by and wait till
I love
somebody
that.
dictate my path. I got to get out there and get it.
Right.
So when they're not have not renewed us, they ain't said they canceled us either. But at the same time, I don't have time for that.
Yeah. Of
That
course not.
truck is rolling out in April. It's gonna be rolling, baby, and we're gonna govern
Okay.
ourselves accordingly. Okay.
Okay. And I'm gonna make sure I come and get me a plate
Yes,
too.
that
Okay.
grand opening is gonna be a hit, baby.
Okay.
Trust me.
Please invite me. I will definitely show up.
I
I will be
will.
there. So
I make sure
listen.
my management team gets in contact with you.
Yes. So with that being said, like you said, you're more than just this show. You're
Yes.
everything. You're every woman outside of this. So you're more than reality TV. You're a businesswoman and an entertainer. What
Mhm.
projects or moves are you working outside of just loving hip hop and your food truck that people may not know about?
I have a eyelash line you can order online.
Mm,
It's different names, like you may have Majesty, um, Princess Diary. I mean, they're just and they're four, and
okay.
so that's been selling quite well.
Okay.
Um, I tend to. I love makeup. I love
Hmm.
makeup. I remember many moons ago, because I'm 62 years old.
And you
I
look fabulous, by the way.
Thank you. I dated a guy, and we went out on the first date, and he said to me, "Well, I don't like women that wear makeup." And I'm saying, "Can I curse?"
Yes. Yes.
I said, "Bitch, I've been a cover girl since I was 11 years old, wearing wedge heels and lip gloss and eyeliner.
Mm, okay.
Bitch, when you met me, I was made up, so that's who you got." So
Okay.
if that's uncomfortable for you or not setting, then I'm not your one. But what you will not do
Okay.
is dictate my path.
Mm-mm.
No man, and I want women all over the world to listen to me.
Right.
No one should be
Mm-mm.
able to dictate your future, your path, but you, because it's yours and it's yours alone.
Alone. And I'm glad you said that
You
because
control you.
we've
Don't
seen
don't
it.
think that's love because he yell at you. He said, "Where you going?" No, that's possessive. That's not
Yeah.
love.
It's not.
If he hits you and cusses you out and he's not tending to your emotional needs, that's abuse.
Yeah.
That is a fine line. And I experienced that in my 20s. And when I seen it, I stopped it. And
Mm.
I look forward to talking to women of all color creeds. Um,
Right.
to You have to be the author of your own book,
You
of your
do.
life. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
You have to write that book on you,
Thank you for speaking that
because
life.
no one can tell your story better than who? You.
Us. Nobody than
Yeah.
ourselves. So with that being said, you've seen people come and go and
Mhm.
they let people dictate their lives. So in your opinion, what makes someone built for this reality TV versus just visiting the show?
It's
So
kind of hard because first season, they were saying Jocelyn was a man. Remember that?
yeah.
They were saying Momma Dee, y'all and Scrappy Business. They were saying Mimi, that's with Stevie J. You let him just step over you. They were saying different things about all of us. Rashida, you
Mm-hmm.
were playover, Kirk. Um, I remember blocking people first season. When I learned on Instagram
Oh,
to learn, and I'm
okay.
blocking. I wished I've never done it because I feel freedom of speech.
Mm-hmm.
And just because they say something, now some people get downright disrespectful, of course. Yeah, they get
Yeah.
blocked. But a matter of opinion, even if I don't feel it's fair or I don't like it, I tend to
Yeah.
let them have it.
Of course. And
Yeah.
you have to sometimes because you can't stress
Hmm.
yourself out worrying about what other
Yeah.
people thinking.
And so
So
by second season, I had thick skin,
yeah, you did.
very thick skin.
Well, it seemed like you had it from season one, but
Yeah, but yeah, I was growing and learning. But second
yeah,
season, woof,
you was ready
like
for it.
roof, the roof is on fire. Yes.
Love it. So, like you just said, people have opinions. The internet has opinions. So, about everybody. So, how do you personally deal with that criticism, especially when fans think that they know your life from just watching TV?
um, they don't. Um, what you see, they will show you 3 minutes of it. But do
Yeah.
you know it took 6 hours of filming and they cut it down to 2 minutes or 3 minutes?
Yes.
So it's a lot of things our fans don't see. A
Yeah, it's a
lot of
lot.
things that the editors cut out that I feel that they should keep in because
Mm-hmm.
everything has to have a point of origin. If you
Mm-hmm.
you understand me,
Yep.
like sometimes I've watched the show and I'm like,
That don't make sense.
yeah, but they don't cut out what was said. Like we're coming on next Tuesday, right?
Yes, and I was gonna
So
ask.
in the trailer, you hear me say, Yandy said something to the fact, well, Mama Dee, this 2025, we gotta learn this. I said, when I get my fucking drink. What you don't realize is that I had just been told by Brittany, Scrappy's girlfriend, that Bambi told her that Scrappy called Bambi at 3 a.m. and said he was drunk, saying he wanted his family back. And Brittany relayed that to me. Can you imagine what happened between me and the Bam?
Between, yeah.
How we were dragging each other. We were
Mm-hmm.
thirst ass hole. The rap I wrote against her and did the
Yeah.
video and how but she started it first. If I can be a little infantile. She did a thing, a diss song, and when she did, I said, okay, I can do better than you. Let me show you.
Okay.
So I went
Period.
in the studio. So, but I'm like, you know, when that was said to me, you gotta understand that me and this woman don't win at it. I'm protecting my son, and this Negro
Mm.
come back and tell me, or no, I've been relayed through Brittany that he want his family back, and you gonna took
Yeah.
your baby. Look, we had a late. We were out in a camping trip. Listen, y'all better be glad and fall back in that lawn chair because I'm about to feel back. So you get that caption
Mm-hmm.
on the trailer. Yandy saying, "Well, I said I could be a little messy, which everybody know. I don't
Yeah.
care." And then she said, "Mom, Dee, we got to get better. I will not get my drink because prior to her, me and her saying that,
Mm-hmm.
look what was told to
To
me."
you. Yeah.
Right? So I'm like over it. I'm
Yeah.
over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. And then you have to see what's coming. But oh
Okay.
yeah. Oh, it's a ooh.
Okay. So with this new season, I'm
Mhm.
glad you brought it up. So what relationship this season surprised you the most? Can you talk about it? Like for yourself. Did anything change with a certain person?
No, everything has been put before you the way it was set up. The lies and alibis will unfold.
Okay.
I
Mm.
think it's I saw on social media Mona was defending something, and I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay.
But if you don't say you was she defending, but you had to know that some people didn't sign paperwork.
Mm.
I went to two weddings and neither one was real. Boy, look here.
Oh,
So that means production wasted money. That's if I owned the company, if I ever found out
yeah.
that you lied and I don't pay staff people and all that and crew for
It
something
would
that wasn't
upset
real, baby, you gone.
you. Okay.
You
Listen.
gone.
Wasting
You
time
out.
and money.
But 'cause you can only defend that bullshit so much.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
You can't do that. You can't do that. And I hear some people say they didn't know. Well, I get that, but I would ask for proof that's going on because I remember certain stuff I would tell them about my life. But we
Okay.
can't do that. We can't do that. Well, I'm like Carly Red, bring a nigga on every season, a new
Yeah.
nigga. She ain't never stay married. But don't tell me what I can't fucking repeat.
Exactly.
Because these young bitches is doing it.
Okay.
repeating. The shit is tired. I'm
It,
tired. I'm tired of
okay.
hearing bitches jumping in and out of different niggas' beds
And you
and
still
all this
carrying it,
shit.
still
And don't
carrying the franchise.
listen, Mama D keep it 100 with them. I'm not
That's why we
playing with this
love you.
girl.
That's why we love you.
What y'all want, go ahead and get it from somebody else. But if you want that real
Get it from Mama
stuff,
D.
come to me.
Period. Love it.
Because you know what I learned? Don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. And Mama D
Ooh,
ain't
that's a
naughty.
good one.
I'm never naughty.
That was a good one. Y'all heard that one? Okay. So I have some questions that came from some of my supporters and listeners.
Mhm.
So looking back at your journey, what moment at Love and Hip Hop Atlanta do you feel truly defined your legacy on the show?
What started the legacy is that when the first season and I lived, I was used to be on Section A
Mm.
welfare. I was in a head-on collision, became
Oh
a
man.
pimp and a drug dealer. So, um, when I got on TV and I was in this townhome, and I remember Funky Deneva said, "My hair," if y'all can go back and
Yes.
remember that. And the townhome I was living had burglar bars on the front door, and Funky Deneva brought that shit out.
Shout out to
But
Funky.
I was in the hood, but it was a beautiful place. But what defined I didn't have my refrigerator, and the owner of the complex kept saying he's going to give it, and so I was very angry. And
Hmm.
by them telling me, remember, we got to go back to the
Yeah.
beginning. They said, "Tell your truth.
Yep.
This is reality." And I said, "They ain't even gave me my. I don't even have a refrigerator to store anything. Can't cook."
Mm.
And I said, "They got me fucked up." And I said, "They got me bent over to the curve. Go all the way back. You'll hear me bending over like this." I said, "In that fucking order."
Order.
And they ain't
Woo.
left it alone since.
Okay.
So that
Listen.
alone defined that I had to have structure, that I
Yeah.
had to have order. The Bible speaks of that. And how it speaks of that, it says, "A house that's on sinking sand will not stand.
Mm.
But a house that's on solid foundation will stand the winds and the waves and the toils and the tears of this life."
See, listen, we can all learn something right now in this
Mm-hmm.
moment from you. So I'm glad that you are pouring into me and all of my listeners. So thank you for that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So finish this sentence for me. Mama
Mm-hmm.
D will always be
Herself.
herself. And I knew that one was going to be something centered around that, like either
Very
real or,
simple.
very
Everything is very
simple.
simple. Some people just make
Exactly.
it so super crazy. I gotta get
Superficial.
my nails done.
Yeah.
I gotta look like this. No, you don't.
Right.
Because people, I'm not a label person. I have Fashion Nova and Sheen clothes. Okay?
Me
Let's
too.
get that. Let's get that straight.
And I'm an ambassador for
I
Fashion Nova.
refuse all my designer shoes and bags or whatever. They were bought by Scrappy. Holidays, my birthday, Mother's Day.
Hmm.
I'm not finna give Louis Vuitton shit. Because before I help him pay his bills, Mom D gonna pay her
Her
bills.
bills.
How
Okay.
about that?
Okay. Oh, listen.
And
Listen,
that's
tell it
on
like it is.
everything I trust in love. Halabashanda.
We'll put it on God. So, what did reality TV teach you about yourself for the better or worse? I know we probably kind of already been down this rabbit hole and you
That
probably explained it yourself,
I need
but
sometimes to take a deep breath. I need to think things sometimes a little more thoroughly
yeah,
and not rush to judgment.
right.
Hmm.
Before I ask you this next question, now for myself as a viewer and a fan of Love and Hip Hop, I've seen your change over the past seasons. I also saw last season, I don't know if it was last season or the season before that, where you decided, hey, I'm not going to go so crazy over my son all the time. That's still my son, but I'm going to cut back, like you said earlier. So
Hmm.
your relationship with Scrappy has been very public. How do you balance being a mother while protecting your own identity? Because I felt like you've kind of been doing that the last few seasons, just realizing, hey, I need to protect myself. I'm so busy
Yeah.
protecting my son.
Yeah. We filmed a couple of years ago in Vegas, and they were filming at a club, and I was supposed to film too.
Hmm.
And to prove to Bambi that I don't know what he was trying to prove, but he yelled at me.
Mm-hmm.
And the cameras weren't up yet, so you know it was real. And he just went off on me for no apparent reason to prove to her, because she had put him in a state that, either me or your mama. And
Yeah.
I felt like he chose that night in Vegas. So I held my head up high, went back to the hotel room. The next day, I saw him at the airport when we were flying out. We were there for 6 days.
Mm-hmm.
We were flying out, and I said, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Yeah.
I blocked my son for 4 months. I refused to talk to him.
Mm.
I remember when him and Bambi were still married, I wasn't allowed at his house. He was paying half of the bills. And
Mm-hmm.
so I felt like, you paying half, nigga. Why you? Because a motherfucker tell me that, my husband earning, tell me that my mama or my kids can't come here. Bitch, you pay all these bills. Because if Bambi mama can walk through that bitch, why your mama? I wouldn't give a flying fuck. Let me tell you something. One simple rule to the game, baby.
Right.
Lay down all your laws and all your expectations. Don't let nobody take you from who you are. And you got to understand, people in these streets don't care who you fuck, who you suck.
Mm-mm.
You turn on your mama, God gonna
Gonna
motherfucking
handle
fix you,
you.
boo.
Yeah.
He gonna
Mm-hmm.
handle you, boo.
Right.
And guess what? When he went through hell with her, guess who he came to on bended knees?
Mama.
Moi.
And that's the power. That's the power right there. Listen, you always have to respect your mother, especially for someone like me who has lost their mother. I'm gonna always just champion people to respect their mothers, love their mother, honor their mother, because you
Because
never
you only
know.
get one.
You only
You only
get
get one.
one.
You can get a whole bunch of girlfriends. You can get a whole bunch of wives.
Yeah.
You can
Mm-hmm.
get a whole bunch of kids.
Yep.
Huh? As much time you can pump on in a woman, as much sperm, you can get as many as you can count.
Yep.
But that
One
one.
mama. Yep. And
So
that's
you keep
important.
playing with me. And I remember, if y'all remember, a couple of seasons ago, he was in a threesome,
Mm.
and he got my youngest grandson, Kyrie. That put me in the hospital for 3 days.
Mm.
Because it's not that when people say, why would having a beautiful grandson put you in the hospital? It was the way it was done. Do you
Right.
understand? Like,
Yeah.
the girl said that she told him when she was 8 weeks. I found out she carried my grandson, she almost 7 months.
Oh wow.
So you got to think, my son has hid this. And then, it played out on TV. They went and got blood tests and blah, blah. She tried to put a nozzle on my mouth, blah, blah, blah. No, Scrappy checked it, don't check my mama.
Okay.
It's just a lot. When I went to the hospital, and my blood pressure was like 240 something over 120, and it wouldn't go down. They were pumping
Mm.
me with meds, MRI, CT scan to see if my arteries in my neck were clogged. I just went through a lot.
Right.
Um, when I got out the hospital after that third day, I made a decision.
Yeah.
Do I love my son? Of course. Would I'll take 10 bullets.
Yeah. I know you will.
I will, if Jesus came and said, you either come home or your son, I was to take me. I've lived my life. Ain't been perfect. Might not agree with me, Jesus, but
Yeah.
take me before I
Okay.
let any harm, hurt, or danger come to my young.
That's how it's supposed to be. So.
And so they will always come first.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm taking the back seat on jumping so
So
fast, like
much.
to
Yeah.
defend his wrongness.
Yeah.
I can't, you know, I can't keep doing that.
Yeah.
That took a lot out of me. I could have died. I
You
could have
could
went
have.
to. I had a stroke. I just, you know, Scrappy, Mama love you. If I had to say I love you, but baby, you don't. Some people feel they gotta always have somebody in their life.
Yeah. They do.
Sometimes being alone make you stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Yep.
Being alone makes you strong.
It does.
You find peace, you find tranquility, you find humbleness,
Yeah.
you
All of
see
that.
things through a different perspective, and then God has a chance to work on you and work on your inner man. But
Yep.
if you always Okay, my house empty, the kids over at their mama house. Okay, let me go pull a bitch. Baby, he can't talk to you with his subtle voice
Mm-hmm.
because you're so busy trying to put these different spirits in, bring them in your house and be a monster. And these people, all of them ain't. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I get it.
Mm-mm. But I had to learn that because I didn't get it either. So don't think that Momma Dee is placing judgment on my son. I'm saying I get it.
Yeah.
I just look, I'm waiting when he gonna get it.
Okay.
So when you get that and you find that peace that passes all understanding,
Understanding. Mm-hmm.
baby, hoo-hoo,
Listen.
baby, cause anything that ain't right, you'll sense it, you'll feel it, and you won't be opening up to it so easy.
Okay.
There's some bylaws to life. Do you hear me?
Okay, it is. And I love that. That's a word right there. And with that being said, we got about 8 minutes left. So
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna wrap it on up. So just in general, if a new cast member came to you for advice before filming their first season, what would you
Mm-hmm.
tell them for real?
To be honest, be true to yourself. Don't back down off of something that you believe in.
I love that. Great answer, simple answer, straight to the point. And that's why we love you, Momma Dee. And I want to give you your flowers once again. And thank you for coming on my show. I really appreciate it. You are a staple in reality TV. Don't let nobody else tell you that you're not.
Oh,
And
you know I'm listening to that.
I
So
know,
let me
we
leave
love it.
this with everybody that was see this podcast.
Thank you.
You know, the world teaches us to go to pre-K, elementary, middle, high school, college,
Yeah,
Let me tell you, there is no education that exists
right.
other than that word LIFE. Keep
Yeah,
living. Life will
keep
show you
living.
more than any school could ever teach you.
Love it. And that's it right there. And we're going to leave it right there. So, once again, everybody, thank you for listening to Talk with Turk. We have the one and only Momma Dee.
At TURKBISH _ gonna talk about here you go crunching ice and not it. It ain't even ice. It's a Tootsie fucking roll. It's a Tootsie roll. That's what you get thinking you cute. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Talk with Turk Dish.